My mother's name is Christine Banza. It's a Spanish name. She married my father, Peter Ladis. He was born in Athens, Greece.
When they mix, well, as many people will say, when you get a Greek and a Puerto Rican together, it's not always the best. Being the fact that you were the firstborn, you were very doted on, you were very spoiled.
I was born in New York in April of '69, and I lived there until I was 19 years old. I had a really happy childhood, and I wouldn't change a thing. My sister Jennifer was born 19 months after I was. I was not happy about it since I was the firstborn, spoiled little girl, but I got used to her, and then we really got along very well together. That lasted probably until our teenage years, and then we fought quite a bit. And we still don't get along to this day, actually. So I got a little brother, Peter Gregory, 6 years after I was born. He was the first son on both sides of the family. Then, in 1985, my grandfather died. He was the Greek patriarch of our family. His name was Nicholas Ladis. But the good news was, in 1985, my mother told us that she was pregnant again. I was 17, and she named my little brother after my grandfather, Nicholas.
A longing for style at your own age because you love to wear high heels.
Ever since I can remember, I've always been into fashion. I loved dressing up. Even in high school, I would keep track of what I wore. I wanted to go to FIT when I graduated from high school, and I always wanted to do something with art. When I was in high school, I was in an art and photography club, and this was actually the very first picture I mounted, and my parents gave me an Olympus camera when I graduated from high school, so photography has always been in my blood. 1986, that's when Rob and I started dating. We were juniors in high school. We even went to the senior prom together. And then in November of 1988, we got married. We were both 19 and a half years old, and we've been together ever since. Four years after we were married, Cameron was born. He was born here in Georgia, and he was just the love of our lives. He was such a cute little boy and a really good boy. And then in January of 1996, his little sister was born, Marissa, and she was a little handful, but she was really, really a joy to have. But then tragedy struck when she was about 5.5 months old. She was put in the hospital for spinal meningitis, and that was a tragedy, but thankfully she is well right now. But family is so, so important to me. It's one of the main things of what makes me who I am. You'll hear the music, feel the air. I'll put a flower in your hair. Golden breezes through the trees, move so pretty. So this is something we do every Friday and Sunday afternoon. We go to Bible study. We're all in the car together. This is part of my life every week. When we moved to Florida, after getting him married in New York, I got a job as a legal secretary, and I was there for 3 years at a law firm in Fort Myers, Florida. Then, when we moved to Atlanta in 1991, I got a job at a major law firm called Troutman Sanders. But in April of 2009, with the economy getting really bad, I was laid off. What was I going to do now? I had to think back to who I was. I had raised 2 children to the point of high school. I'd been a good wife. I'd worked. I'd really accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do in life, but I really needed to search and think about myself now.